Afternoon fans, Scott from SE Landscaping, and it is Friday afternoon, and apart from a couple hours in the morning, that is me done for another week. And the good news is one more week at work before I head to London for a few days to Chelsea Flower Show, which is at a different time of the year this year, so something to look forward to. But what have we been on with this week? This little job here, this little poplar that was basically, it was taking over this guy's garden. As you can see, he couldn't get on his drive. I advised him that it was probably still a little bit early to be pruning it, but he wanted it pruned hard back, so did the job. Another photo here of what it looks like now. And I just advised him, obviously, that it was a little bit early, but what he did say was he wanted us to sort of pollard it down so that he could get on the drive, and then him and his wife are going to make a decision, because it's in a narrow bed next to his drive, and next year he's going to have the same problem. So I think we'll end up where we'll cut it down and grind it out. So that was a little job. From arriving to leaving, it was about an hour and a half's work. It looks like a big job, but it's not. And not many people seen the transit van in the past, but obviously we use this for chipping jobs and transporting turf and things around. It's handy to have in the fleet. So basically the chipping's straight onto this van, and then after that it was tipped on one of our sites that we reuse the bark, and it keeps the weeds down on jobs, so it's like free stuff really. We sell the odd load, we do get some people from time to time asking, but you don't get a huge amount for it, sort of £30–40 a load, just for people who have allotments to put down on the paths or other things. So there's a little bit of income from time to time, people ask for it, but most of the time, especially in the winter where you might be getting a couple of loads a week, you just want rid of it really. So just put it on the shrub beds and things we've got to get rid of it, and like I said, it saves us weeding. Another thing, the students here, I'll just show you a little bit of footage of the student, one of the student sites we did. And this was one we've had for over a year. Basically, we go there every 2 weeks, we cut the grass and we do the shrubs, weed kill the paths, pick the weeds out the beds, and just make sure everything's tidy. So I'll hit 2 or 3 shrub beds each visit. It just means when you go around the site that nothing is untidy, nothing's overhanging footpaths clients over the moon because they can see things happening on a regular basis, and basically it's just overtaking someone doing 25 mile an hour in a 60. So basically it just means that the client doesn't have to chase us for anything, rather than just saying, oh, when I price the job, like other people price the jobs, they'll say, right, we'll prune the shrubs twice a year. So they might go in June and prune the whole site, and then go back in November and prune the whole site. I find that yes, some of these shrub areas might be pruning 3 or 4 times, but the site is perfect, as you can see from there. It's nothing's out of hand. So that's what I prefer to do for them. The clients like that bit of service as well. So it ticks that box, and it satisfies the client, and it keeps us in work, because there's not many other companies will do that. If someone gives you a spec, I sometimes challenge the spec. So the spec when I arrived there was prune twice a year, and I challenged it, and I said, would you mind if we just kept your site tidy, pruning as and when each visit, rather than, and they're happy, because like you say, you have footpaths that if you are only pruning twice a year, then footpaths are going to be covered in shrubs, and the windows are going to be covered in shrubs. So it works for me, it works for the client, and I've rolled it out on a lot more sites. Some customers, fair enough, they want to stick to the spec, that's fine, but the ones who value the sites and what they look like, I think they're prepared just to let you get on with it within reason. So, and another thing that's happened last week is one of my workers will be leaving next Friday. So what that means is I've already budgeted for this guy till April, so the money's there. So what it means is every week I can invest in something. So this week I've replaced him with this. Yes, a set of Hendon ladders. 6 foot, sorry. I do have a set of 8 foots, but the 6 foots are easier to fit in the van. So, and 8 foots a lot of the time with the regular pruner overkill. So I've got the 15s, the 8s, and now the 6s, and then I've got one of the small platforms for when you're doing smallish stuff. So they're gonna help me out, and like I say, just as I've already budgeted for that money, I'll either be buying something every week out of it, because it was money that I'd already spent, more or less. When I work out wages at April at the start of the year, I work out how many staff I'm going to need, I work out what that cost is, and if like this, where things haven't worked out and we've had to let people go, then it works out that that money can be spent elsewhere, and ladders were one thing that, like I say, I needed. So, but then I might see something that's sort of £800 or £900, and I say to myself, right, I'll wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then that money will fund that. So it's a bit of an investment there in new equipment that's going to help us out over the winter and things. So there's a few other things I've got in mind. So quite a lot happening at the moment. Like I say, I'm looking forward to getting down to Chelsea in a couple of weeks, and the grass has sort of come to an end and slowing down now. Once that slows down, we'll be dropping straight onto the pruning works. That'll be the next task. So plenty to go at, but just like I say, just a short update again, and just to show you those couple of jobs of what we've been on with the last few weeks, because every week is different in this trade. There's always something different to do. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one.